Hello students, how are you? I'm your computer teacher Prakash Srivastav, and today you will learn something new. But before watching this video, please like and subscribe my channel, because as you know, if you will subscribe, you get the next video notification on your mobile automatically. The student, let's start the next chapter third. But before starting the third chapter, we will do some exercise, because this exercise will make us comfortable. Let here start about the exercise of second chapter. Student, you can see on the screen here given as a some exercise as I have done for you here. The tick the correct answer. Which tab has the options automatically hide the taskbar? Toolbars. This tab displays the various mouse pointer icons to select from pointers. The speed of the mouse pointer can be adjusted using the pointer options tab. What is the default tab in the mouse properties dialog box? Buttons. What is the default tab that opens each time the sound dialog box is opened? Playback here. So this is a take the correct answer. The student, what we have studied in the second chapter, on the basis of these exercise are given here. You can see also in the fill in the blanks here. Programs setting in the control panel, it is used to install or uninstall programs on the computer here. The date and time dialog box displays the date and time, additional clock and internet time tabs here. You can set the date and the time in the date and time setting dialog box. The taskbar is displayed at the bottom of the desktop here. Click on the customize button under the taskbar tab to open the notification area icons dialog box. Adjust the volume of the speaker by clicking on the speakers icon in the notification area. The student, as I have done for you this exercise, if you have got your book, then you can do, otherwise you can do this exercise in your homework copy also, because it can be as a homework also. Now here the next naming the following icons here. You can see here, this is the here the icons, this is the clock, language, reason, and this is the start button, this is the speaker icon, appearance, hardware and sound, date and time here. And students, you have to recognize the tab, which option is inside which tab. The here, as I have done for you, the time zone of your computer can be changed under this tab, date and time tab. The system clock of your computer is automatically updated with an internet time server under this tab, internet time tab. The options that look the taskbar and auto hide the taskbar are seen under this tab, that is a here tab, taskbar here. The option that allows your computer to store and display recently opened program is found under this tab, that is a start menu here. Various listening devices such as speakers are seen under this tab, playback tab. This tab shows you various recording devices such as a microphone attached to your computers here, that is a recording tab here. The student, this is here the as the following, and here the as a rearrange these jumbled word here. The as a jumbled word here, the appearance, sound, programs, pointers, taskbar, mouse. And one student, as I have left for you to match this column here. The student, what I have told in the last video, and on the basis of that last video you have to find out this match the column here. And student, let's start about the third chapter. So now it is finished of the second chapter, but here is a given the check your understanding what we have done in the first chapter and the second chapter. You have to do this, check your understanding here. So what you have studied, what you have understood about the first and second chapter, you have to do this, like true false, expand the abbreviations, fill in the blanks, match the column, guess who I am, and answer these questions. So you will do this in your exercise book, or you can say in a homework book. So it is means homework book means homework notebook. So student, you will do this in your homework book. So this is as for your exercise here given as a homework. So student, let us start about the as a third chapter today. So today we are going to start the third chapter. Yeah, like here the more on MS Word 2010 here. In the earlier classes we have learned something about the MS Word 2010, but in this chapter we will learn something more related to the spelling, grammar, thesaurus and mail merge. The student, when we type text in MS Word, sometime we see there is a grammatical mistake, or there is a as a spelling mistake occurred in our document. So how can we remove that, and how can we get rid of that? So here the spelling and grammar feature of MS Word marks your errors in spellings and grammars of the selected language which typing here. As a student, before learn how this feature works, you need to understand two basic things: how to set language and what are the types of the errors marked by the MS Word here. The setting language, how can we set language according to our reason? The here is in given the such a options here. To language means to tell the MS Word. Student, you can set according you can set language according to your reason here, as a given here the options. As to set language means to tell the MS Word that the word and the grammar are to be checked according to the dictionary of the language. You are referring here to the set the language in MS Word. Follow these steps here. So how can we follow this step here? So see here, when you open the MS Word, this screen will be on this screen of your computer, and here is such a first tab that is called here the review tab. So when you click on the review tab, you will get this option here, and on this option you will click here. As you click, the pop-up menu will be appeared here, and you will click here the set proofing language. When you click on this language option tab, then automatically this will be appeared, and you will click on this set proofing language here. Then after here, click the set proofing language. As you click, this dialog box, language dialog box will be appeared here, and you can select your language here from this drop down here, or you can say this drop down menu here. As you can check that, as you can click that, and here then click on the OK button. So this is a way to set your language from the language dialog box. Then student, we can here see the some important note in the MS Word while typing here. Type of the error marks by the MS Word here. MS Word underlines the different types of the errors in the different colors as shown. When we type in the MS Word, we find the some red, some green, some blue lines here. So students, let understand what the mean of these colors, wavy colors. So here the red wavy colors line shows the spelling errors. It means the correct spelling is the kitchen here. So if you write, as you can see here, this is a red here, this is a green, and this is here the blue here. You can see here this is a blue here. The student, this is for the different meaning also of this color wavy line here. The red wavy line shows the spelling errors. It means the correct spelling is a kitchen, KITCHEN. It means this is a red here. It means here this is a spelling error here. And green, it shows here the grammatical mistakes. Means, for example, there here it should be a word. It is written here there was many. It means it is showing here the grammatical mistakes. And this blue, you can see student, this blue line, wavy line, shows here the contextual error here. The contextual error means this blue wavy line shows the word or the correct in the spelling but not in a meaning here. So this is a not a correct meaning here. So as it should be here, there were many spoons lying on the floor. That what the floor, it is the same pronunciation, but here is a different word. The FLOOR, floor of the kitchen, KITCHE, and here. So this is here the green wavy color shows here the grammatical mistake. Blue wavy line shows here the contextual error here, and the red wavy line shows here the spelling mistakes here. To understand these mistakes when you see in your word document here, the student here checking the spelling and grammar. When we see this mistake, and we can check that, we can correct that, how can we correct that? So here let us learn how to check the spelling and grammar in the document, and it can be done in two ways. Okay, we can check the spelling and grammar mistakes by two ways here. You can allow the MS Word to mark errors automatically when you type, or you can run spelling and grammar check after completing the typing of the text here. Okay student, let here to see how can we change, how can we check the spelling and grammar mistake here. So by default MS Word provides us the check the document spelling and grammar errors by default. Therefore you may not need to run a separate spelling grammar check. It means when you open the spelling, when you open MS Word document and you type and you make any mistake in the document, so automatically your spelling mistake and grammar mistake will show the sum as a correction automatically. But if the option is turned off, we can activate, we can turn on that option. So here is a given the such a options to activate and to turn on that option. So how can we turn on that option if that is a off? So first of all, we open the our document and we click here the file menu, and file tab here. When you click the file tab, you will get here the options. You click on this options, and as you click on this option, this dialog box will be opened, means options dialog box, word options dialog box will be opened here. And here you will click here the proofing. This is a sidebar here, and in this sidebar you will click on the proofing here. As when you click the proofing here, you will find here the checking the spelling. As you type, the option will mark spelling error automatically. So here is a given the such a option here. And checking the use the contextual, you can see here the check the spelling, check mark this, check mark the contextual spelling also, mark grammar errors as you type, check this also, and this is called the check mark here. So you will here the click on this check mark button here and check grammar with the spelling here. So these are the four spelling grammar checking checkbox here. You will click on this checkbox and click on here the OK button. After completing this, clicking on the check mark button here, as you will click automatically, this will be applied on applied in your document, and that will be ready to check your spelling and grammar automatically here. Now you can see also correcting the errors by the second method, by the second way here to check the spelling and grammar here. If you write any words and that word shows in a red or green or blue, you can correct by here the manually here which word is wrong. Like you can see here this is shows in a green color and a red color, so this is shows wrong here. So on this word, when you right click of the mouse, this drop down will be appeared here, and from the suggestions drop down you will click on that and automatically that be correct. And if that is a right, then you can click on the ignore ones and if you want to ignore all, if you have written in many places same words, then you can click on the ignore and ignore all here. So this is a way to here checking the spelling and grammar here. And now suppose the here this here the this was the first and but this is the second, sorry, this is here the second method here. First method was by the manually, and here the second method here for the as a by running the dialog box here. The running the spelling and grammar checking dialog box, this is can be by here clicking on the file tab, I mean review tab, and clicking on this spelling grammar checking icon here. It is given here. First you will click on the review tab, then you will click here the spelling and grammar as a option he has given, is an icon he has given. When you click on this dialog box will be appeared here, and what you have written wrongly, then that will show in a red, blue, and here the green color. If that word is correct, suppose that word is correct, then you will, then you can ignore once. And if you want to correct the all, but that is a correct but like a Hindi word it shows in a wrong, but you want to ignore all, so you can click on the ignore all. And if you want to add that word in your dictionary, because the Hindi word is considered as a wrong here, but you want to add in your dictionary, so then you can click add to dictionary, means when you write in the next time that will not show in a wrong.